Hey everybody, welcome back to ClintonGuy.com. Hope you had a Merry Christmas. I certainly did. Santa very good to me. You know, obviously, pretty much everybody's heard about the news about that fucking Nigerian asshole picked up a flight in Amsterdam, had a flight connect to Amsterdam over to the United States in Detroit, and he wanted to blow it up and all that shit, you know. Here we go, alright. If you saw my other Islamic raghead fucking video about these terrorists, Sudbury jihad, okay, where the homegrown guy was a terrorist, alright. Good thing he didn't meet up with this guy, because this guy, he's on a plane, he's got these chemicals that he mixed together to be a fucking potential bomb, and he's sitting right over the most potential spot on the plane to blow up a fuel tank. Well, gee whiz, this Sudbury jihadist, he went to Mass College of Pharmacy, he probably could have helped him out, trying to figure out what the fuck was going on. Thank God, United States citizens, private citizens, helped defer that fucking problem, and that's where, this is where it's going, okay? Alright? The United States government just doesn't get it, okay? We haven't won a war since World War II, okay? The foreign policy in this country has failed forever, okay? Alright? The trade policy in this country has failed forever, and everything else has, okay? Alright? There's absolutely no reason why the government shouldn't lock down these fucking borders right away, okay? Alright, that Homeland Security Chief, Janet Natalapano, and I've done a video about this previously, where they were talking about the overflow of the Mexican drug trade, Mexicans to the United States and all this shit, and her last resort was to implement troops to the Mexican-United States border. Well, if I was the boss of Homeland Security, that is the first fucking place I would put troops, okay? And I would put them down there, and I would fucking have them fire at will at any fucking dickhead that tries to sneak over the fucking border, okay? Alright? Because they don't have rights as a U.S. citizen. They don't have anything, okay? They're breaking the law, essentially, by trying to get to this country, okay? But, the government just doesn't get it, and it's got a lot to do with big business and, the fact that big business only cares about cheap labor, and the United States government has supported that effort for the last 30 years, okay? So, where do we go from here? I don't know, it's only getting worse and worse and worse, okay? You get some little fucker, sneak, who managed to get this far to Detroit, okay? Think about all the other possibilities could happen, okay? All right, I'm Al-Qaeda, sitting over in, I don't know what part of the world, and I'm thinking to myself, gee whiz, that was pretty easy, but you know what's really easier? If I teach 100 guys to speak Spanish and sneak over the fucking Mexican border of the United States, because, you know what? Nobody's going to fucking find us. There's no fucking chance in hell that's going to happen. And then we can pretty much plan and do whatever we want to do, to American interests here in the United States. But then again, the United States just doesn't get it. They'd rather, spend their time trying to spread democracy all over the world instead of save the fucking democracy we have here, okay? It's pathetic. It is totally fucking pathetic, okay? And I guarantee you, it's going to come back to bite us in the fucking ass, because as technology gets cheaper and simpler, the threat grows even greater. But, the government, they like $1 million Tomahawk missiles, okay? All right? Well, a lot of good that's going to do, if that asshole was successful blowing up that plane, absolutely nothing. But the government likes that, okay? Because you know why? Because the government's got a shitload of government contractors that make a shitload of fucking money off the government, okay? But like them, they haven't learned either, all right? This is not how we fight fucking terrorism. It's not even fucking close, okay? And it was pretty interesting because, all right, after I heard about this incident, I went online and I found a list. And I managed to come across it from the Freedom of Information Act, and it's called the No Walk List, okay? And essentially it's a list that's set up by the United States government in Mexico, and it lists all these people that are not supposed to walk into the United States from Mexico. But unfortunately, it's empty, and I think it's got like, I don't know, 11 million pages, something like that. It's a shitload of pages. All right, so I mean, you get where I'm coming from there. All right, but I'm not joking about this shit. Okay, and all right, the Guantanamo Bay bullshit and everything else. I made a video about that about 2 weeks ago, but I didn't get a chance to post it on YouTube. All right, so I'm gonna try to get it with this and combine it and everything else. But I just want to leave you with this last piece. All right, this was essentially a quote by John F. Kennedy, but I had to alter it a little bit. Okay, all right, here it goes. Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask how will your government fail you. And that's essentially it, because that's the way it's gonna go. Unless those assholes get this shit together, we're fucking doomed. Okay, all right, proof positive on what's happened over this holiday weekend. So there you go. Speak up or forever hold your peace. Hey everybody, have a good new year.